Hey everybody, happy Thanksgiving. It's your Uncle Eric here. I figure we will just go live here and talk about the Andor season finale. I know I said I'd be on last night. I lied to you guys. Sorry about that. And we're probably not going to have any Han Zoro either this episode. Anyway, all right, so Andor, the season finale. Now, last week, at the end of my video, I sort of had this theory that Marva was not dead, that Marva was faking things, and her funeral was going to be a trap because she knew all these people were coming after Andor. And I had that great theory, right? That she was going to pop out of the brick. No, I don't know. She's going to come out of somewhere and everyone's going to attack all these Imperials. Well, none of that really happened. But we did get Marva, but in a hologram form. I don't know how I feel about the hologram. That raises some questions, like when does she tape that? Did she know she was going to die? She gave a great speech, so if she had like dementia or was getting sick or however she died, does it make any sense? I don't know. So the Imperials, they were sort of setting a trap, but not a very good trap. And were the Order of the Phoenix, the Daughters of Ferrix, were they setting a trap? Like there was one guy with a grenade and just like all hell broke loose. So I'm not sure exactly what happened here. What was the plan? What was anybody's plan? And I liked it. I respect the show. Am I a little underwhelmed? I think so. Is the show done well? Yes, of course it is. But Luthen at the end is just sort of standing there watching. Just goes back to his ship. I'm getting ahead of myself. But that's how I feel about it. I'm not sure. I like it. It makes me want to see season 2. But is that a good thing or a bad thing? Do I want to see season 2 because nothing happened in season 1? Do I want to see season 2 because I like the show? All right, so that's it. That's the end of my video. We can all go back to our turkeys. No, we'll spend some time talking, and I'm catching everybody off guard here with this. So I don't expect a lot of people to chime in, but if you do have a comment, if you're new here, I take all my comments. So, Andor Season 1 Finale, Episode 12 is called Rick's Road. I'm not sure why it's called Rick's Road. Just trying to remember right now. I don't know. All right, Cassian returns home to Ferrix and is the spark that will light the fire that will give us Jake Skywalker. That's what it says on the IMBD right there. I'm just reading it. So it starts off this episode with an Imperial shuttle. It lands on Ferrix. It looks really cool. I'm getting excited because I'm taught to expect Darth Vader to get out of that shuttle. I was thinking, oh, you want a good finale? You have Vader get out of that shuttle? I mean, it's gonna be on. No, it was just Major Stinkface and 2 elite troopers. Where were those elite troopers at the end of the episode? There were no elite troopers. There were white stormtroopers, and they were kind of hiding in the background until... Where did they go? I don't know. I wanted Darth Vader to come out of that. All right, then we see Bix in jail, and I like how Deidre was like moving that camera from A New Hope. I that's the first time we saw those little cameras moving. So Bix is in jail. I'm gonna have to keep score here because all these episodes hop around here. And then Brasso, I'm getting all these names. Brasso tells Zan, or Zan tells Brasso, yeah, I think that's it, that Cassian now knows about his mom and that, Cassian's probably coming. Don't know if we needed that scene. We probably didn't. And then we keep seeing a lady. She's machining something. And was that the bomb? Was that the grenade that we saw at the end of the episode? And then we see a picture of some guy that she's related to who I don't remember his name. There's a lot of people in this show that I see them, I forget about them, and I certainly don't remember their names. Then we cut to Mon Mothma, and she's looking good. She's looking good. She's in the car, and she's teasing every day, Eric. She starts to unbutton her jacket or whatever's going on there, and I'm like, that got my attention. I'll tell you what. And then she's in her, and she gets mad at her husband, who's a little intoxicated because he's gambling and he probably owes people money. So they keep pounding home that this is not a happy marriage. This is an arranged marriage. And that driver, and we're going to see this episode, that driver's kind of, the husband goes, oh, the driver can't hear. But then he's kind of, doing one of these. He can hear. He can hear. He's reporting to the ISB. And then Vel and Cinta are at Ferrix. So Vel arrives on Ferrix and meets Cinta, and they're like spying on some people. And they get close, and it's like alluded to that like they're getting it on, but all of that is off camera. So big fail, Lucasfilm. If you're gonna put Vel and Cinta in a scene and they have a non-traditional relationship, like, let's see it. I want it. Give it to me. Don't be like teasing and being all like, oh, look, we're checking boxes. Let's see it. Let's get it on. All right? I mean, come on. Next season, Vel and Cinta. Give the fans what they want. All right. And then Cassian arrives on Ferrix, and he touches a brick. It appears to be from a mentor, from another guy whose name I do not remember. I don't know. Was it his dad? I just don't know. And then he almost shoots some of those monster hounds at Pelga's junkyard. And Cassian learns that Bix is in jail, and that's no good. Bix can't be in jail. So there you go. He's going to have to go rescue her. Luthen arrives, and when he arrives on Ferrix, he brings an ominous thunderstorm with him. They keep building up Luthen, and he just didn't do anything. But yeah, he arrives, and there you go. And there's a lot of times where they shoot Luthen. I'm getting ahead of my notes. They shoot Luthen like Darth Maul. Yeah, there's a lot of like similarities. Anyway, Cassian listens to an Imperial podcast. Who's talking on the podcast? I don't know. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments. I see some of you are here. Hello, good morning. We'll get to you. I see Liam. I see Raker8. Good morning. Good morning. Maybe I'll catch some of you guys because I'm doing this early that I don't catch when I do these things late at night on the East Coast. And then Deidre is planning her trap. And she's planning a terrible trap. She's talking to her little Imperial people, and they're overlooking the city. The city looks amazing. It doesn't look like Book of Boba Fett nonsense. It really looks good. I love it. They could tell a lot of stories. Whoever's making Andor, I want them to keep telling Star Wars stories because it is very realistic. I love the look of everything. Just maybe tell a story. Yeah, we'll get to that. So Deidre's plan is to just have some people down there and no snipers because we have to take Andor alive. She wants to take people alive to torture them. Yeah, that makes sense. But no snipers. Maybe she's the one that called off the elite stormtroopers. I'll fill in the blanks for Lucasfilm on this one. And then we learned that Krieger was killed. We barely knew Krieger, but he was killed. And we learned that Mothma's driver, Cloris is his name, is a spy for the ISB. All right, now here we go. So Luthen, we get this scene of like Luthen putting on the black hood, right? And then he gets on the speeder bike and then like goes into town. It was just like Darth Maul. And my friend Kennywood Craig, he told me, I didn't go back to check, but he told me that like Luthen in the one scene, you can see he's got something of a lightsaber on his belt. That's what Kennywood Craig was telling me. So I don't know what's going on with Luthen. Guess we'll find out in season 2 because he didn't die. Brasso, I keep thinking of Tom Barrasso, ex-Penguin goalie from decades ago. Barrasso tells Andor basically that Marva said that he was the chosen one. So it's going to be up to him to carry the spark that'll light the fire that'll bring us Jake Skywalker. Very good. And then Karn rides a bus. He's on Ferrix. Apparently he rides a bus into town and then switches hats with somebody. So is that Mosk he's switching hats with? I don't know. It's not really important. Luthen tells Vel that they will kill Andor after the Imperials capture Andor. Catch him at the hotel. Was it the hotel? I can't remember. Not important because they're not going to catch Andor. And then unexpectedly to all our characters, the bells start ringing. All right? And the funeral starts earlier than expected because the Imperials had set a time where they were allowed to do the funeral for Marva. So the funeral begins, the parade starts, and it basically starts with a high school marching band. I mean, they sound slightly out of tune. You know what I'm saying? It's like that, yeah, you guys okay, but yeah, something's a little off, as marching bands often are. And the Imperials are all scrambling. Oh, they're starting early. What are we going to do? They're all like panicking and running around. They don't know how to handle this. The Emperor would know how to handle this. Grand Admiral Thrawn would certainly know how to handle this. But these Imperials, they just can't handle a parade starting early. What can I tell you? The tension builds to this somber marching band of music. And Brasso is leading the parade, right? He's holding the brick that is Marva. Marva gets cremated, I guess, and turned into a brick. And that's how this parade works. The leader is holding the brick, and they're going through town. And the droid B is sort of leading the parade. And again, I was thinking, and so one of you in the comments said maybe that brick is going to be the bomb, right? That would actually be cool. Make the brick the bomb, right? Make that, then Marva would be the spark that would light the fire. But no, that didn't happen either. Anyway, and then Bree, they lead the parade, and then the music turns a little more upbeat. And again, I don't know, the people in the parade, like, do they know there's going to be a fight happening? Or was it Marva's speech that just rallied everybody? Or was it both? Like, what exactly was going on here? The people in the funeral, was this a legitimate funeral that then turned violent? Or no, everyone in the funeral like knew this was to start early. This was all a plan. I don't know. Yeah, so the music and the pacing here, we get like a lot of music, and I do like this. This is like a good, the bad, the ugly kind of thing. We get music, and then we cut to the different parties. No one's saying anything, but we have this music to set the mood. And then B will stop the parade in like a little square and projects a very large and very impressive hologram of Marva Andor. I mean, B has got one hell of a hologram unit in his little head, because that thing was impressive. I think if like R2-D2 had that same hologram projector, the original trilogy would have been very different. I mean, if R2 would have like projected a hologram of Jedi Luke that was like 5 stories tall in front of Jabba the Hutt, maybe they wouldn't need to even fight. Maybe Jabba would be alive today. I don't know. All right. So anyway, this Marva hologram delivers her own eulogy. I thought that was what was going to happen. And how is this pre-recorded? How does Marva like, I'm going to die next week, I better record myself for my funeral? I don't know. But it's not really a eulogy. It turns into a speech rallying the rebellion, calling the Empire a disease. And right there, I thought, whoa, that's it. Snipers move in. But no, the Imperials keep listening to the speech, and basically she ends with, fight the Empire. And the Imperials try to put a cloak over B to stop the hologram. I don't know, that hologram is too powerful. It might shoot through the blanket or whatever. And then they knock over B, and yeah, a big fight breaks out. That little aggression by the Empire there. A big fight breaks out. People versus Imperials. But these Imperials just have riot shields, and it feels like this was written perhaps a couple of summers ago when we had a lot of riots in America during that summer. What was that, 2 summers ago? Time flies. Or it seems like a nod to a January from a couple years ago, right? A January 6th from a couple years ago. So it definitely felt like it was being written during one of those times, because we had the townspeople and the Imperials with riot shields, and the ones with the stormtroopers in the background with the guns were kind of hiding in the background, kind of like the National Guard did a couple summers ago. So I don't know. It was resonating with me, bringing me back in time a little bit. All right. And then Andor, by the way, is sneaking into Bix's cell. Not a problem. There was no one there to guard Bix, so he easily got there. And then one of the townspeople throws this grenade in a great spot. He threw it right into a box of grenades. So there you go. And it explodes, and all hell breaks loose. And I liked how it looked. We got a lot of like fog or smoke. Yeah, smoke, not fog, Eric. Smoke. And the stormtroopers, they're like, okay, enough's enough. And they start shooting. So we got like the stormtroopers who are shooting in this fog. And it's kind of cool to see stormtroopers actually going to work. And they're handled really well, I have to say. The stormtroopers are killing people as they should. And there is a real sense of realism to this fight, a grit to the fight. And the stormtroopers remain a threat. They're not used here as a joke that can be easily beaten by kung fu that we've seen in other Star Wars shows. I mean, they're a threat, so the people have to watch out for them. All right, and then we see Cinta sort of lures this Imperial guy, Corv. Is it Corv? I don't know. Don't care. Into an alley and then stabs him. So that might be the Imperial that Cinta's been staring at the entire time. Yeah, you never want to follow exotic women into an alley, when you're out of town. Just don't do it. It's a bad idea. I mean, it sounds like common sense, but yeah, never do that. It's not going to end well. All right, so Andor shoots his way out of jail. Dedra gets hit in the head with something. I didn't rewind it. I don't know. And then she gets to the ground and she's getting all trampled because all hell's breaking loose. And I liked it. Again, the fight is ugly. It's messy. It's realistic. The stormtroopers remain a threat, but it's so smoky. Everyone's having a hard time navigating the smoke. It's not a clown show. It's very realistic. And I do respect the writers and the directors for nailing that. It was pretty cool. One of the stormtroopers goes up to the bell tower. I don't know why. Or not the bell tower, the anvil tower. We'll call it the bell tower. And basically he gets kicked out of the bell tower and he falls. Did we have a Wilhelm scream? Was there one there? There should have been one there. You guys know what that is, right? That's the legendary screaming sound that is put in all the Star Wars movies, all the Lucas movies, I think. And then other people do it too, even me on some videos. Dedra is saved by Karn, which is pretty cool. So yeah, Dedra is in the street getting trampled. This guy picks her up and they moves her off the streets into this wherever they were inside, and it's Karn. And then Karn and Dedra are holding each other really close. Things are very emotional. And then Dedra's kind of breaking down and going, yeah, I like you, man. I like you. And then they almost make out, or maybe they do make out. And then boom, we cut away. So it's all off camera. Well, that's okay. I'm more upset about Cinta and Vel. I don't know if I want to watch Karn make out with anybody. So maybe that was a good cut. All right, Cassian gathers all his friends up, Bix, Brasso, B, other people whose names I can't remember, and they get them all on a ship, and they say, you go to this planet, and then I'll meet you there. And then Bix is like, Cassian will find us. And yeah, Cassian probably, I was going to say he should just get on the ship and go with his friends. And Bix, his girlfriend, right? He doesn't. And then we have a very awkward cut away from all of that to Mothma presenting her daughter to the gangster and his son. It's just right there. And then we cut back to Luthen, who was just watching all of this unfold. Luthen returns to his ship, and he's talking to his ship and his Siri, his Alexa. It doesn't answer. And what's with that? And Cassian has been waiting for him in his ship. Cassian, pretty smart. He knows all the places to go. And Cassian asks Luthen, he goes, you came here to kill me, didn't you? And then Luthen goes, you don't make it easy. And then Cassian says, I will now. Kill me. And Luthen gets his gun. Andor says, kill me or take me in, meaning I want to sign up for this rebellion. I guess he's just seen enough with the jail and perhaps Marva's speech, right? So there you go. And the treatment of Bix. So those are the things that are going to get Andor into the fight officially. Because he's been in the fight for the rebellion, hasn't he? But now he's going to get in the fight officially. And then we roll credits. And I stuck around because we have a mid-credit, a post-credit scene. We get to see the widgets. Remember Andor was in jail on the planet? I can't remember the name of it. And they're all making widgets for 3 episodes. Well, we see that the widgets are put into the Death Star. And they are part of the emitter or the gun, the satellite dish gun, part of the Death Star. And we see these droids putting the widgets in and building the Death Star. I thought that was fun. That was kind of cool. I like that. They're having fun. You can tell with this show, you can tell they're having fun. They're big Star Wars nerds. They're telling a very realistic story. Is it too realistic sometimes where it meanders and there's maybe no well-developed story? It goes there. It goes dangerously close there. But I really do respect what they're doing. It looks great. The dialogue is great. The actors are giving great performances. I'm liking these characters more, and so I do want to see a second season because I do want more. And in show business, always leave them wanting more. And so this show delivers in that vein. I wanted more of the threads to be settled. No one died here of consequence, right? So yeah, we just basically had Andor teaming up with Luthen. But I thought at the end of like the second episode, we had Andor teaming up with Luthen, but I guess not. I guess Andor was a loose thread for Luthen to take care of. He had to take care of Andor, but now they're together, I think. So I'm looking forward to a season 2. I want to see the buddy cop movie or series of Luthen and Andor. I liked my idea better. I thought maybe Marva would set a better trap. She'd be alive. It'd be a trap. The brick would be the bomb. I had some ideas, I think, that would have spiced things up a little bit. Instead, it was very random. I don't know if the revolt was organic or staged. But maybe that's what the show's going for. The things aren't always planned or written out. That things just sort of happen. So, again, I like it. It's pretty cool. I can't wait for season 2. I think now that they got season 1 done, they can take a look at what they did and maybe tighten things up a little bit and deliver a very interesting story. I want to know more about Luthen. He's a very mysterious character. We need more of Luthen. I am told, someone said that they watched some interviews, and that is exactly what's going to happen. We're going to get more Luthen, his backstory. So that's cool. So that's what I got, guys. That's my notes. You know how the show works. You listen to me ramble for too long. 22 minutes. If you guys stay with me, yes, McAfee, I will accept the risk of not having your protection. All right. So let me go through here real quick. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I appreciate you guys here. Got some people here. Andor lovers sticking with me. Let's go. Liam Neeson's Chen, always good to hear from Liam Neeson's Chen. Hail at Everyday Eric. Hail to you, sir. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for stopping by. Raycor 8. Catching my brother live now. What do you know? Cheers, Eric. Cheers to you, Raycor 8. Good to hear from you. It was so boring. I skipped through until the funeral, and it resulted in a mess. It was a mess. I guess an intentional mess, right? I guess that's what they're going for, which they have my respect for doing something different. They are doing something different. So it's hard to rip on them. It's just, is this your cup of tea or not? This is not my favorite episode. I still like, was it the last episode I liked? Probably better. There was another one where Andor was put into jail. He was walking around the beach. There were episodes I liked better than this one. So that's interesting. You would think maybe the finale, that was the best episode. I can't say that. No, I won't say that here. It was not the best episode. So strange. We got Holb Calmer. Please have my babies, Mr. Eric. Holb Calmer. Well, maybe you put up, let's get a photo in that thumbnail and maybe we can talk about that. And Holb Calmer, is that how I pronounce that? J Heath 5150. Hey, Eric, watched it last night. Extremely disappointing finale. I can hear you. Yeah, hey, I'm going to be consistent. I said it wasn't my favorite episode. Still respect what they're doing, but wanted more. Yeah, wanted more. But Jay Heath, I still want to see a season 2. It's a strange place. This reminds me a lot. Now, it's not as good, but it reminds me a little bit of Deadwood. Not as good as Deadwood. But you know how like Deadwood, did it have a story? It was like you were in Deadwood and it was like another day in Deadwood and random things would happen. I mean, there were sort of like things going on, some plotting and some alliances, but you just like kind of like walk around with the characters in another day in Deadwood. It's just this Andor reminds me a little bit of that. We're just kind of like watching people do things, but there's no like real structured plot to the season. 3-act structure. Can't say I really see it. It's well hidden if it's there. I'm gonna go Halb. I'm gonna go Halb Calmer. How was this show? I stopped watching. Did he ever find the sister? Sister. No, I forgot about the sister. He never found his sister he was looking for. That's crazy. Yeah. Totally forgot about this sister. I think the show forgot about this sister. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe there's a big reveal, like Luke found out about his sister in episode 6. Maybe Andor will find out about his sister, remember his sister. Yeah, that's funny. Oh my gosh. Tech Vids. The whole show was pretty lame for me. I don't know how anyone can expect anything good from Disney anymore. They have no new ideas. Yeah, Tech Vids. Well, that's a whole other video. Yeah, I'm not impressed with really anything under Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy is definitely not a creative individual and doesn't see good stories when they come her way. I will say that, again, they're like telling a non-story story, but it's just putting you in the Star Wars universe in a more realistic way, which I'm all for. So I don't want to bash it. I mean, I totally understand it. If you go, it's boring, I'm not watching it. Not interested. I can totally respect that. I see that. I sort of like having my dinner and taking a peek at what's going on in the world of Star Wars and just sort of like watching things happen. I don't. Andor is not my favorite character. I'm interested in Luthen. I'm interested in Mothma, Bix, Senta. But yeah, I hear you. I totally hear you. But it's not something I can rip like Obi-Wan and Boba Fett, which they were clown shows. Those you could laugh at. They were good comedies. But I hear people saying this is like The Wire. I don't know. So I'm in a tough spot here, but I hear you. I don't care for any of the characters or anything that happened. Very boring. Again, Tech Vids, I can't argue with you. I totally get it. Yeah, I totally get it. I'm just a little bit interested. I don't know. The little crumbs they give us of Star Wars stuff, I am, ooh, give me crumbs, you know. Ooh, Stormtrooper. Ooh, Death Star. Ooh, TIE Fighter, you know. And then, oh, okay, we gotta, you know, watch people walk around for 45 minutes. I get it. Lions Mania, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Lions Mania. Now, this might be a good time to tell everybody, for those of you who are still here, 4 o'clock Eastern time, I have a holiday video, a nice holiday video after maybe you've had some turkey and you're all settling down. So look for things around 4 o'clock. It's preloaded and ready to go, and it'll be fun. So yeah, 4 o'clock, little Everyday Eric surprise. Let's see here. Jay Heath. I loved the show as a whole, but the setup for season 2 was weak. I was expecting this week to be more like episode 11. Yep, I totally agree. Yeah, I don't think there was like a cliffhanger or an event that would really want us looking forward to episode 1 of season 2. I know you're all going to be looking forward to seeing Han Zorro again at the start of, you know, season 2. I'm gonna hold back. I always leave the audience wanting more, so that's why I'm not giving you any Han Zorro in this video. We're gonna have to wait another year, 2 years for season 2. But I hear you, Jay Heath. Dieter Bastion. Did I miss something about Krieger, or did we never see him, and it was just talked about? Yes. I don't think we ever saw Krieger. We saw him this episode in a hologram. We finally saw him, and we said goodbye to him. Maybe if they would have, maybe they ran out of casting money. Maybe they're, because I think meeting Krieger would have had more of an emotional impact, and sacrificing Krieger would have meant more to the viewer if we actually spent some time with him. We spent time with like a lot of characters. We spent a lot of time. So maybe, you know, developing Krieger a little bit would have had more of an impact. Boob Face. Hello, Eric. Hello, Boob Face. That's an interesting name. I like it. Eric, here I am. Boob Face, you are welcome anytime. Yeah, I'd like to see your thumbnail as well, Boob Face, if you don't mind. I mean, to see if it's true, your name. But welcome. Liam Neeson's chin. Happy Thanksgiving. Every day, Eric, would love to see you on the Friday Night Tights panel one of these days. One of these days. I think I was headed there, and then YouTube decided to say, we don't need another one of these guys. We're going to like not share his videos. But back in early spring, things were kind of flying. And then I noticed YouTube, you know, we'll see. One of these days. But that'd be great. I'm a big Friday Night Tights fan of all those folks. Yeah, you know the people, the usual suspects, so it's a good crew. If you ever go to the meet and greet with them, you can, let them know about Everyday Eric. I didn't catch this year's meet and greet. Maybe I'll go down next year because I love Universal Studios. You have Friday Night Tights. It's the perfect combination for me. I'm going to try to shoot for that next year. Hob Calmer, how does this need more than one season? Well, that's the thing. It needs more than one season because not much happened in the first season. I think, right? I mean, now we got Luthen and Andor, and we got K2SO. Is that the droid's name? We need Andor to like meet K2SO or reprogram K2SO. So that's it. We need to see it happen. We need 12 more episodes, 12 more hours, roughly, to get to that. Raker 8. I like Andor, but there's so much of Star Wars magic missing. So much it becomes generic, but they stretched a 2-hour story over a season. Yeah, I feel like it was stretched. I like spending the time. I like letting a show breathe, but wow. This show took a lot of big, deep breaths and held them for a long time and then took its time to exhale. Yeah, I don't think this needed to be 12 episodes. I totally agree. Tech Vids. Yes, Raycor did not feel like Star Wars at all. Yeah. Again, it felt more like THX, Blade Runner at times, and I don't mind that. And then they did throw us crumbs, but yeah. Girthy Guitarist. Hello, Girthy. Girthy, I got my guitar right there. Do you see it? The Wolfgang Relic. Welcome, welcome. Let's see here. I myself liked some of the writing, like certain monologues, but as entertainment, it was lackluster. Perfectly said, Girthy. Perfectly said. Jay Heath, fair point. Deadwood is one of the greatest shows of all time. Loved Ian McShane in it. Jay Heath, remember when Ian McShane is passing? Is it the kidney stones? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Deadwood has an amazing cast. And then there's the doctor in that show. I'm just thinking about when McSweargen, I can't think of his name. I'm having a brain. Anyway, Ian McShane, he's passing the kidney stones, and like the doctor is so good on that show. And that actor's name I can't remember, but he was the sidekick to Saruman. I can't remember his name. Oh, he's such a great actor. He's in one of the Exorcist movies. But that's just a great cast. Deadwood is so good. Anyway, all right. Dieter, production-wise, it's top shelf Star Wars. I agree. But it shouldn't had been a week-to-week thing. With the known structure of 3 episodes, it had no real surprises. Yeah, that's true. No real surprises. Sprinkle some more Star Wars magic, tighten things up, and maybe episode 2 was where they can do that. So, but yeah, I agree with you. Boobface says, I'm her. I don't want to mispronounce. I apologize. Boobface, I am your favorite YouTuber. And thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. YouTube doesn't share me with many people, so thank you. Lions Mania, Andor was great. There you go. Lions Mania is saying it's great. I get it. I get it if you really like it, and I get it if you're disappointed in it. It's weird. It's really strange. Lions Mania. I hope they keep making more seasons. I know there's a season 2. I know we're going to get more Luthen backstory. Other than that, I haven't done my homework. So I'm like it. I'm coming back. I know. The building of the rebellion behind the scenes felt like chess game without being allowed to knock players off the board. That's true. It is. It's like a chess game where you're just bumping into each other, right? I like that. That's really cool. Raker 8, FNT, I recommend you a dozen times to Gary. All right, well, thank you. Thank you. One of these days. Those guys are busy. But we'll see. I'll keep working hard. And as long as Matthew McConaughey supports the channel, that's all I need, frankly. I mean, my day is complete when Matthew McConaughey shows up and goes, all right, all right, all right. There you go. I can end the stream right now. Always good to hear from Matthew on this Thanksgiving. We have a lot to be thankful for. And thanking Matthew. And again, you guys, 4 o'clock Eastern time, I have a nice little something to share with you guys. Something we're in the holiday season now, and just to kick it off with something fun. Girthy, I don't think Rogue One needed a prequel. A prequel to a prequel to a prequel. It could be NyQuil, right? I'm quoting Han Zorro from the first review. Nothing exciting happens in the show that has me anticipating another season. I hear you. I mean, I can't disagree with you, Girthy. I'm going to cover it. I hope you all come back. You don't have to watch it. I will give you the rundown of every episode. Dildo Gaggins, one of my favorite names for a subscriber. It's funny talking to you guys, like saying subscriber. Like, we need a better word, because it's like we're all here talking as friends, right? So, Dildo Gaggins, one of the best names to one of my favorite friends here on YouTube. Greetings and salutations. Heathers, right? I like that. Speak for yourself. I loved it stretched. There you go. I love it stretched. Woo! Coming in hot, Dildo Gaggins today. I like it. I like it. Maybe this is the time to do streams. I don't know. Everyone's on their game. Not me, but you guys are all on your game. I thought you'd be all sleepy from, stealing turkey. I guess it's too early for turkey. I'm catching you. Maybe it's you guys snuck some pumpkin pie. You got the sugar high going. Chalmers, I want to see more about Luthen Rael. So do I. So do I. He's a very mysterious figure, again, with the hood, the speeder bike. I mean, and he's trying to take down the Empire. But why? What's his beef? I just want a Luthen show. Instead of like Andor, that slow music and the name coming up, I just want Luthen. Luthen spinoff show. Maybe we'll get a Luthen prequel. Probably. Because, Bob Iger is back. And Kathleen Kennedy, it sort of was announced she's done after Indiana Jones 10 comes out. Woo! We'll see about that movie. You guys excited for the new Indiana Jones? Hasbro is regurgitating a lot of, Indiana Jones toys they want me to spend money on. I don't know about that. Lions Mania. Hopefully the Lions pick up the W today. Good luck to the Lions. I'll root for the Lions. I'm not rooting for the Steelers anymore. Poob Face says, I have a great looking face. Well, I think you're being too kind because I am barely awake. It's the glasses, isn't it? I think the glasses can up someone's game, for like an Instagram photo or whatever it is. I always go with the glasses. It makes you look smarter. Sometimes it makes you look sexier, right? Doesn't it? I don't know. I mean, not with me, but on females, it's got like the Baroness from G.I. Joe. with her glasses on. Hot. The glasses off. Well, she's got the black jumpsuit. Still hot, still hot. But I think you guys feel me where I'm going with this. All right. Getting off point, getting off brand. All right. Girthy guitarist, Brad Dourif. Yes. Oh, come on. That dude is good. Isn't that good? That dude is good. The doctor from Deadwood. And Worm Tongue. Is it Worm Tongue? See, I have so much fantasy in my brain at this point. Like, I'm an older dude. And I've read so much fantasy and and I've watched so much fantasy. All the names, whether it's the Daughters of Ferrex or the Order of the Phoenix, like it's all blurring, guys. Or maybe it's dementia. I don't know. You guys have to let me just help me out here. That's what I need my friends here for. Gary is here. Gary Delabate. Would you want to come on the show and battle Howard, Beetlejuice, and Wendy in a game of Whack Pack Trivia? I would. You got my email. It's in my little bio. Or if you guys are on Instagram and you want to like send me a message, I'm into my Instagram, not my Twitter, not my Facebook. I don't even know if I've got Facebook, but Instagram is there. If you want to like do a little thing, send me a thing. So Gary, anytime. Girthy, off topic, but have you seen Arcade 1-Up's 60% off at Best Buy? I have not, but I'm going to now. Girthy, come on. I mean, don't I have enough crap here? I mean, holy crap. Trying to get me into trouble? What do I need? I'm waiting for like House of the Dead or Spy Hunter. I'm going to wait for some other Arcade 1-Ups. I have no more room. CT Mason, my favorite pronoun is shim. I don't know that one. Oh, she, him, shim. Okay. Yeah, listen, I'm an older dude. I gotta learn my stuff. I mean, I don't know. The last thing I want to do is insult anyone who's engaging in interesting repertoire here. Is that the word? Interesting discussions here about Andor. Don't want to upset anybody. Dieter, I count the mid-credit scene as one of the best ever, considering after-credit scenes. Oh, very cool. Yeah, it was neat. It was like a fun little surprise. It was cool. And Andra size. Almost said Andor size. Happy Thanksgiving. It is good to be here. I managed to catch live. Yee. Regarding Andor, still better than Obi-Wan and Book of Boba Fett without Mandalorian. See, I agree, Andra size. I do. Still love The Mandalorian. I feel like there is a little magic. I like the theme. I mean, I remember still seeing Baby Yoda for the first time. I mean, they had me. I mean, Jon Favreau, you had me. So, Luke, Jedi Luke showing up, slicing those elite battle droids. I forget their names. You know what I'm talking about. That was like, goosebumps. So, let's see if they can keep it up with The Mandalorian. But yeah, Book of Boba Fett was trash. I love Boba Fett, and that was heartbreaking. Just like the Moon Knight show was heartbreaking, because Moon Knight is top 3 Marvel characters for me, and they just ruined that. And Obi-Wan was a great comedy. It was hilarious. I might go back and watch Obi-Wan just to see how ridiculous it was, because it was pretty bad. Happy Thanksgiving. All right, Raker 8, who came up with Mon Milfma? I don't know. One of you guys did. And that's why I have this damn channel, because I love talking to you guys. You guys are dropping like bombs in the comments section of my videos. And yeah, Mon Milfma. I can't take credit for that at all, but it was awesome. The Swordfish Studios. You mentioned that you had an interesting career. You should talk about it. What do you guys think I do? Maybe we'll have a video where I go, guess what I do, and you guys can like guess. I'm not hiding it, but I think it would surprise a lot of you. Yeah. But yeah, we'll go with that. But yeah, I changed my gig. I had my gig set up a certain way, my day job, and now I'm working for someone. So that's why it's a little harder for me to kick out videos, but I appreciate all your support. Girthy, I'm prepping the food and listening. Oh, Girthy, what are you making? I'm not making anything this year. Last year I I brine my turkey in a Home Depot bucket overnight, usually. Add salt, sugar, brown sugar, and Cajun spices. I don't like deep fry it, but I just let it kind of sit there in the bucket overnight. And then when you bake it, it's got like a little Cajun zing to it, and it cooks really fast. So I like to brine my turks. But this year, with the new job and things are expensive, and I didn't want to go to my local grocery store and fight people. I have a Thai restaurant right down the street, so I'm just gonna go there, and they're open every day of the year. So I'm gonna go get some Thai food, some pad Thai chicken, number 5, maybe some steamed pork dumplings. There you go. But Girthy, I hope your bird, if you're making a bird or a ham, I hope it turns out great. Raker 8, Indy will be wet whale dung. Yeah, I think so. I think we see already, right? What's going to happen to Indiana. I think his assistant or, his female assistant is going to have his hat at the end and pick up the mantle because that's what it's all about, right? It's the same story. Girthy guitarist, Willow comes before Indy. It'll be a total dumpster fire. Yeah, Willow is out Friday. I'm not like Willow to me, like I wasn't a huge Willow fan. I did not have the Willow action figures. I watched it. I like the end fighting that two-headed dragon thing. I like the bad guy with his mask, the Darth Vader type knight. I like the redhead that married Iceman. She was hot. I think she's back in it. But yeah, I might try to watch it, but I can't guarantee I'm going to review Willow. I don't know. But I'm glad everyone's getting a paycheck, so that's good. Dieter and the voice of Chucky. Wait, Dieter, he's the voice of Chucky? Really? The Doctor of Deadwood is the voice of Chucky. I didn't know that. Wow. That dude's good. All right, cool. What with the voice in Chucky now in the Chucky show or the old Chucky movies? Dieter, you got to clarify that. Yeah, Durif is Chucky. Did not know that. The dude is an amazing talent. Wow, way to go. All right. Let's see. Causing a catastrophe. NFL Blitz. So here's the deal. Causing a catastrophe, and welcome. I had NBA Jam. I sold it. It was great. It just I sucked at it, and I needed to make room. But it was a great cabinet. Blitz. The one I want from Midway it's called Open Ice. It's the hockey version. So I'm gonna save and buy the hockey version. I play ice hockey. I've played at a higher level. I've played with NHL people for fun and charities. So hockey's my game, my passion. I love the Penguins. These new Devils are interesting though too. Kind of like Jersey. Anyway, so I'm going to hold off on Blitz. I never played football. I like watching football, but I play hockey, and those characters are my favorite with Mario Lemieux, and so I'm just going to hold off for the Blitz. Long answer, but just explaining where I'm coming from. Girthy. I have as much crap as you in a much smaller room. 6 guitars, 4 arcade 1-ups, and a desk for work. 11 by 11 room. Wow, I bet you that is a glorious 11 by 11 room. No doubt about it. Which arcade 1-ups do you have, Girthy? Let me know. Causing a catastrophe. Thoughts on the band The National? I don't know the band The National. I don't know. Here, let me cheat and do this. I'll get back to you on that. I'm like an old school. If you're talking about like bands, like I have CDs that are over there. And I have like a Led Zeppelin box set, the Doors box set that they came out with after Jim died. And I've got like all my CDs from my entire life. Van Halen, Dave box set. So I don't know. I'm not, I'm a musician and stuff, but I'm not as hip as I'd like to be. Causing a catastrophe. You are Kim Kardashian's personal assistant. No, I'm not. Good guess, though. Close. Girthy guitarist. I always host. So I have a turkey, ham, potatoes, yams. I love yams. Green beans, rolls, charcuterie, charcuterie, pumpkin pie. Oh, I love apple pie, cherry pie. Thinking of Warrant. She's my cherry pie. Cookies and booze. Girthy, are you on the East Coast? Are you driving distance from you in the New York area? Can I get to you? It sounds pretty damn good. Swordfish Studios. Based on things you've said, I would guess that you are involved in production. Really? Based on this? You think I'm in production? This is all held together with like scotch tape and popsicle sticks. But that wouldn't be surprising. So my guess is that you're a musician. I'm a musician for fun. I've been a musician for fun. My crappy band called The Monophonics. Sorry to the guys in the band, but we're okay. We're okay. We're fun. I was a little harsh there. We're okay. We have something on the iTunes. It's still there from years ago. But not too much music right now. Although I did do a Living After Midnight on my Instagram. There's like a 30-second clip of me playing bass. Everyday Eric on Instagram. Me singing it and playing bass. I'm kind of proud of that. That was for a Halloween party a couple weeks ago. So yeah, I'm still a musician. Brad Dourif is voicing Chucky in all the movies and the new TV show, but not the remake. Oh, wow. Okay, cool, Dieter. That's awesome. Yeah, just love it. Love the Doctor and Deadwood. Girthy, Willow was the first movie I saw alone. Okay. Raiders was my first movie. Sad to see Lucasfilm get destroyed. Yeah, Raiders was such a good movie. And I see, okay, we have a few more comments. So if you guys want me to tell stories, I'll be happy to. So I was a big Star Wars fan. I saw A New Hope when it was called Star Wars back then. So not right away, but my dad did take me to a cinema in the mall to see it. And I came in late, missed the rolling credits. I saw C3PO and R2D2 like in the blockade runner running around. That's my first experience. We had a drive-in by me, I think. So Star Wars ran for like a year, legitimately. So I think I caught it later in 77 or even early in 78 at a drive-in where I got to see the whole movie. So I loved Star Wars. And same with my dad again. Like, I remember like Raiders of the Lost Ark was coming out, and it was in the newspaper or Time magazine or Newsweek on the cover, I think. And my dad's like, "Hey, do you want to see this?" And it was Raiders of the Lost Ark, but all I could see was like some dude in like a beige shirt with a fedora and like a lot of normal looking people. And I'm like, "No, I don't want to see that. Where are the robots? Where are the X-Wing fighters?" Like, that's from, and he goes, "This is from George Lucas." And I'm like, and Steven Spielberg, and I'm like, it's like a lot of people in drab 40s costumes. So I didn't want to see it. I had no idea what it was about. And then eventually, I think my dad took me. And then I'm like, oh shit. Like, it blew my mind. Had no idea like a movie could be this cool. I absolutely loved it. But I didn't want to see it right away. I thought it was just a bunch of boring, like a Casablanca. When I'm a kid, I don't want to see Casablanca. But no, it was awesome. All right, that was a long story. Boob face. I donate $2 to skip my. Whoa. Yeah, you did. Hold on. You're right. I did. Boob face. Thank you for yelling at me. I apologize. Boob face. $1.99. I thank you. Where's my? I need my applause button. I might actually get one. Thank you. Hi, Eric. I am a man, so you can see by my name. Good. Boopface, you are a man. All right. Well, very good. And you are the man. $1.99. Thank you. Sorry about that. Yes, yell at me. Thank you. No problem at all. I see, dropping the ball on this Thanksgiving. Let me catch up. Enjoy Thanksgiving. Let's see. Oh, did I skip this? Give me a second. Skip the message. All right, Girthy. NFL Blitz, not on sale yet. Wait till New Year's. Terminator and Tron and Ridge Racer are $300 to $400. Yeah, I love my Tron right there with a special Tulsa Arcades mod on the S panel. which isn't on, but you can, it's pretty awesome. You can get the secondary screen in there. Yeah, those are all good cabinets. I'm going to hold off. I'm going to hold off for now. Causing a catastrophe. You strike me as a person who definitely works in the entertainment industry or behind the scenes. No, just a big fan, a big nerd of like a super fan from a child of the 70s till now. That's who I am. So I've been through all of, so I feel like I'm well equipped to talk about Star Wars and Lucasfilm and toys and games because I've seen decades of this stuff, and I know what's good and I know what's not so good. So Dildo Gaggins used to be in a band called the Skin Flutes. No, you weren't, because that's actually a real band, isn't it? Isn't it? I think that's a real band. I don't know. My dad's texting me. My brother is stopping over around noon for an hour or two. All right, so there you go. All right, well, good to know, Dad. Thank you. Jay Heath, enjoy your Thanksgiving, Eric. I bought T2 at the $2.99 price and got $90 Kohl's cash. So it's like it's $200. Shit, that's pretty good. That's a fun game. You guys are tempting me. The problem with that game, isn't it only like 20 minutes though when you play it? So I don't know. I think my son would get bored of it. I don't know. Girth Guitarist, I'm in between San Diego and Los Angeles. Sorry. Damn it. Son of a... All right. That's a little too far to drive today. Sharon Peters. Hey, girlfriend. What's up, Sharon Peters? How are you? Happy Thanksgiving. Always good to hear from Sharon Peters. Are you doing something that's Thanksgiving-ish today, Sharon? Let me know. Jessica Holcomb, I think you are an international drag queen performer based off your videos. Well, I gotta say, Jessica, you win the prize. That is exactly who I am, and you're gonna win a She-Ra action figure. There you go. There you go. Right there. That's what I got on my desk today, She-Ra. Let's see here. Girthy Guitarist, I'm in a local Rolling Stones tribute. I just play rhythm. Well, if you're in the Stones, tribute band, you just don't play rhythm. I mean, come on, you're the Ron Wood, right? Yeah, that's good. Oh, damn, I'd like to check it out. Girthy, I would like to check that out. Let me know. Instagram me so I can, next time I'm on the West Coast, I would like to check that out. Sharon Peters, so will you be stuffing any turkeys with your incredibly large turkey baster? I do have a large turkey baster, but yeah, it hasn't seen a lot of action. Not this Thanksgiving. I gotta say, it's gonna stay in the drawer, and it's a little dusty. Girthy Guitarist, it's time for me to finger the bird, so no more typing. Yeah, how do you do that? You got to get all the, yeah, I mean, come on. Happy Thanksgiving all. Girthy, thank you so much. Again, I hope your bird turns out great. We will wind things down here as we're approaching an hour. Halb Calmer, I don't think it's that YouTube doesn't like you, but rather you are not playing into what the algorithm expects. That's true. Have a look at your analytics. The answer is somewhere in there. Yeah, no, Halb Calmer, I understand, because I don't do the same thing all the time. I'm all over the place. Today at 4 o'clock, I am doing something I've never done before. I'm going to read you a holiday story at 4 o'clock. And YouTube's going to go, what the hell do we do with this? So I get it, but I got to be me. The channel's Everyday Eric. That means whatever I'm doing as a nerd in 2022, that has plastic dudes, on his thing and a Eddie Van Halen guitar in the background and Baby Yoda. And there's a Galactus there that you can barely see. And I mean, I can only give you me, right? But yeah, YouTube doesn't know what to do with me. So that's why I truly am thankful. See how I'm bringing this all back? I am thankful on this Thanksgiving for all your support. And, I think we're going to end things with Snow, who just says, a licky boom boom down. That's the perfect way to end this Thanksgiving stream. All right, everybody, I'm going to let you go. Thank you. 4 o'clock, if you want to have a nice cup of cocoa and listen to me read you a holiday story, come back around 4 o'clock. It'll be up all day. All right. Everybody have a great day, a great week. I will see you soon. Truly appreciate it. It was fun. And I will see you on the new. Bye, everybody.